the legal team, Geek Sensei, Raven, Sam, Mr. Blitzstick.
You three, man.
Yeah. You man about.
We are live, guys. I'm J1 for the Cyber Nerds.
Reverend GS.
Mr. Blitztech.
Yes, I'm back. I know you're gassed. I know. I'm gassed too. I'm gassed. Get more gassed. More. Hit the subscribe. Hit the thumbs up. Press the notification bell. More gas. Star Wars as well. Listen, back Cyber Nerds Gaming Channel. This is what we've got today. The Star Wars Outlaws official story trailer. But we've got more than just that. After we get through that reaction and maybe run it back once, twice, 3 times, depending on what happens, we've got some developer talk. So we're going to see what the developers saying about the gameplay, the footage. Now, me personally, I'm very, let's say, bearish on Star Wars games right now. You get me? Like, I feel like since Fallen Order, yeah? Not to say that Jedi Survivor's not good. Jedi Survivor is a good game. It's a good sequel to Jedi Fallen Order. But, like, in terms of, like, building up excitement, being excited for something new that is coming, I don't think I've had that in Star Wars games since Jedi Fallen Order. I'm trying to think about another game that's come out in Star Wars. There hasn't been any. You get me? Has there?
Before
Fallen Order.
Battlefield?
I mean, I'm not going further. Like, they came out before Fallen Order, so I'm not gonna go further. Like, that would take us further back into the. I picked the most recent thing, so yeah. Like, and then also just even to talk about EA's whole handling of it. Now, I'm not shitting on EA. EA, you got your own problems. You lot do your own thing. You get me? And they just continue to capture more franchises that I want to enjoy. So I'm just gonna mitigate shelling them, man. Yeah, you man. That's like, it's fair. It's cool. I'm playing their games. Their business practices. I'll keep telling you about their business practices. But do you know what I'm saying? I'm just not gonna. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna poke the bear much more. You get me? I said it, but I'm still poking the bear right now. You know they're soft over there. Anyway, so they had the title for about 10 years. We've got about 4 games. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm being nice when I say 4 games. Let's say they get 7 games out up through the 10 years. I think that puts us in 2025. Like, obviously, it's not good enough. Anyone who says opposite, I think you're tapped. Like, I'm done it. No. So yeah, I think you're tapped if you think 4 games in 10 years with a Star Wars license, especially with the games that they produced, because Battlefront definitely should have had a 3rd part, if not a 4th part. Like, not in fact, do you know what? I say 3rd part because let's not say that EA Call of Duty did. Do you know what I'm saying? And then did 5 games in 10 years, because we may complain about that. Yeah. So 3 games in one series over 10 years, which is a first-person shooter, which has third-person elements. I think's calm. Even though me personally, I would have separated it. I would have done first-person shooter, third-person, and vehicle game. So you would have had your space star fighting and your pod racing and your fake Need for Speed version of it, which they just bungled into the game. Then I would have did the third-person versus their For Honor type game with the heroes and villains, which is one of the best game modes in the game as well. Like, it, for me, it could stand alone from the shooting. So I feel like that one game could have been 3 games. That could have been 3. That would have turned it from your 3 games into 9 games over the 10 years. Just that's 9 games out of just the Battlefront 2 franchise. Instead, they tried to remake it and relive in that old hype of the Battlefront 2 original game that came out in 2005. But when you do that, all you're doing is opening up yourself for scrutiny. And that's what happened. When the game launched, it was, yo, this ain't it. The game got better after the 1st and 2nd year. Yeah, but look where we are now. The 3rd game gets cancelled because you don't know what the community really likes, because you improved it over time instead of giving them a full thing in the beginning. Are you with me? Do you get what I'm saying? So now these other games are coming out. Obviously they got Respawn. They've got the Amy Hennig's doing the Black Panther thing over there. Moved that because they fired her or whatever. Yeah, and then boom. So Knights of the Old Republic got cancelled. So we potentially getting that. That's and then we've got Outlaws, which looks a lot like Jedi Fallen Order, but isn't.
It's basically from the guys who created the Division,
which is a studio that everyone loves. This is why EA went to go and get them, but at the same time, you know, EA like to put handcuffs on people, so especially after they purchased them. So it's like that. So with all of that context, I think, is everyone up to date?
Yeah.
Are we all good? Everyone knows everything. So for anyone who had no knowledge, you now know everything. You get me? Let's dive into this.
Each of you
represent some of the most powerful criminal organizations in the galaxy. Pikes,
Let me see your hut.
Crimson Dawn, Huts. It's a golden age for the underworld. The Empire controls every corner of the galaxy, but they're distracted by a rebellion that won't quit. It's an opportunity to make millions.
Okay, I like the sound of that.
Kay Vess, the underworld's favorite new scoundrel. We meet at last.
What do you want?
Zarek Besh. They're new, rich, and lethal. You crossed their boss Sliro, and now he wants you gone. Rob his fortune, buy you freedom.
This job, it's a death wish. I'm in.
Out here, you live and die by your reputation. You want to survive? Know the players.
You're new to this world.
What's your problem?
Come back when you're not.
Jabba, right? Look, don't try anything. I got a whole crew surrounding the... I'm kidding, we're skipping that part. For about as long as I can remember...
Oh, Jabba should have had her in the Princess Leia outfit. Jabba missed it there,
do what we
boy.
have to survive. This job is my one shot at freedom. But if we're
So
gonna
did
pull
they
this off,
fire Amy Hennig
we
and
need
then
the
make
right
this?
crew. And the
Because
right
Look
shit.
at him, go on.
this is Uncharted. In space.
I hire you because you are one of the best hunters in the Outer Rim.
She's more connected than you let on, Sliro. Vess is mixed up in something bigger. The Outer Rim is a dangerous place. Everyone is fighting for their piece of the
Looking like
galaxy.
hella worlds in this game.
But all I want is to live free. So I'm gonna risk it all. Hold on, Nick!
Not spotted, yo.
Star Wars Outlaws pre-order available
The
now.
Kessel Runner bonus pack. Jeez. What I was gonna say to answer your question in terms of did they fire Amy Hennig to do this is the word on Coruscant is that these man took the DNA, the first initial 1313 DNA, took the Amy Hennig, you know, oh, we're gonna do Uncharted, we're gonna do the Bounty Hunters, we're gonna be outside thing, and then they made this. Now, what I would say with the trailer, how I feel about the trailer, I loved the world building of the trailer. Once we hit the character, I lose interest. I lose interest with the character because of the world they built. So they've built a world where the Imperials are busy fighting the Jedi and the Rebels, whatever. And so we can do whatever we want. Do you know what I'm saying? So we can rob each other. It's like we can piracy, like high levels of piracy. But when you give me that concept, what do you also have to automatically give me?
The character.
Thank-
I want to build myself.
Thank
That's
you.
where my mind was at as well.
Thank you. It's a simple equation. You can't give us a world where we can do anything with a character in a box like this. Even if you want to tell us a story through it, you have to separate it somehow. Do you know that is
I was gonna say then her story comes first, not the world.
in the trailer?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
what they know is
yeah.
they can only like the best thing. The first thing to sell is the world. I'm not even here saying the character's a terrible character, but I have no interest in your character.
Yep.
You've given me this character before in the character that you're trying to sell her through, Han Solo.
Yeah, they did.
With
That
the
parallel was there. The
she pulls first.
Carbonite.
You show her. Yeah, you show her looking at him in Carbonite. You're giving us the
she's
Kessel
trying to
Run.
tell.
You're giving us the Kessel Run pre-order pack. Give us a Han Solo game if you're gonna do that, because that is the real Star Wars Uncharted game. Think about it. Yeah, and then give us our created character. And it's like, not every day I want to go down created character, but when you're screaming, like, I don't know why you lot don't watch this and be like, well, it's got to be a created character, bro. There's countless games that have done it in the past. I know EA are like, multiplayer games. All right, cool, but that's the case here. So I'm even more interested in what the developers have got to say now, because I'm like, Explain it to me, please. Explain it. Explain how we got here. Not that they're going to, but you know they always drop crumbs on. This is why we made this decision. This is why we made that decision. Also, yeah, bruv, you man. I understand that Han Solo is like your Indiana Jones of Star Wars. He's your golden jewel. You man love him. I love him as well. I like him as well. R.I.P. Han. You get me? Kylo did the right thing, but R.I.P. him. Yeah? It's mad, but do you know what? There's other outlaws, other bounty hunters, and other people, there's packs that you can throw in here. So all I'm saying is, down the line or every month, yo, can we get a Boba Fett pack? Can we get a Cad Bane pack? Can we get an IG-11? You know, give us... You know what I'm saying? You've got characters in the Mandalorian series that are active right now that we can be mining, and do you know what I'm saying? Who's that chick, bruv? The cavalry, bro. May Wing, bro. Give us a pack from her, bro. Like, you hurt yourself when you continually dive deeper into what came out 60 years ago and how can we mine this? No, Bitcoin, new things. You understand? Transfer the currency into something new. Anyway. Can we get to let's go to the developers talk and see what these men are saying.
Hello and welcome to the Star Wars Outlaws story trailer developer breakdown. Today I'm going to give you more information about what you saw in the new story trailer, including details about new characters and criminal syndicates.
Each of you represents some of the most powerful criminal organizations in the galaxy.
Sliro is one of the galaxy's elite, living in Canto Bight and leading his own burgeoning and highly lethal criminal syndicate, Zarek Besh. Sliro organized this gathering of syndicates as a demonstration of that power, and to show that his organization, Zarek Besh, should not be crossed.
It's a golden age for the underworld.
In the golden age of crime syndicates, the syndicates in Star Wars Outlaws are spread across the Outer Rim, and their impact can be felt everywhere. We have previously shared that the Pike Syndicate, the Hutt Cartel, and the Ashiga Clan, which is a new syndicate created in close collaboration between Massive Entertainment and Lucasfilm Games, are in the game. Today, we got to reveal that the elegant and sophisticated, yet highly dangerous syndicate...
I think Lucasfilm Games, I think, is just like their story team that works with the game developers to continue the games staying on thingy. That's how I would imagine it, as opposed to producing
Across
games.
the Outer Rim, Kay will build her reputation and form tense and ever-changing alliances with each of these syndicates, which will offer varying gameplay and narrative opportunities depending on your actions. Whether providing you access to some of the most lucrative jobs in the galaxy, or hunting you down if you've double-crossed them.
What do you want?
Zarek Besh. You crossed their boss Sliro, and now he wants you gone.
Jalen is somewhat of a mentor for Kay. He's a fellow scoundrel that has a lot of experience in the underworld, and he sees potential in her.
Rob his fortune and buy you freedom.
Jalen offers Kay her one shot at ultimate freedom, to pull off one of the greatest heists the galaxy has ever seen. As a member of the galaxy's elite, Sliro's mansion is heavily fortified by multiple levels of security, and his own personal syndicate, Zarek Besh. After a failed job, Sliro doesn't take kindly to Kay, placing a bounty on her head and sending one of the galaxy's best bounty hunters, Vale, to hunt her down.
This job, it's a death wish.
The legendary Hutt Cartel represent one of the criminal syndicates that Kay will encounter during her journey across the Outer Rim. Kay and Nix will come face to face with their leader Jabba in his iconic throne room on Tatooine, but the Hutt presence will be felt across other locations and planets too, where you will meet some new faces of the Hutt Cartel, so you'll need to be careful as your reputation will follow you.
Out here, you live and die by your reputation.
These syndicates have real power in the underworld in each of the locations Kay and Nix will visit on their journey. Their impact and influence will be felt wherever you go, from the vendors you interact with, the jobs you take on, the support you receive, and even the access you have to certain territories.
This job is my one shot at freedom.
Attempting to rob Sliro's mansion alone would be impossible. Even if Kay and Nix got in, they wouldn't be getting out. In order to pull off the job, Kay and Nix will need to travel across the Outer Rim to find skilled outlaws, and convince them to join her in pulling off the greatest heist the galaxy has ever seen. There's a lot of fun and exciting characters that you'll meet on your journey, some of whom you see here.
hire you because you were one of the best hunters in the Outer Rim.
Raised in the underworld, Bale has had a toe in every syndicate and has learned from each of them. Because of her experience, Bale is a formidable adversary for Kay. She can fight, pilot, hunt, smuggle, anything she needs to do in order to pull off a job and claim her bounty.
Bess is mixed up in something bigger.
Kay grew up alone, fighting for scraps in the workers' district of Canto Bight, relying on her skills as a thief and Nix to pull off small cons to get by. Kay has always felt that the galaxy is rigged against people like her, and has always dreamt of a life beyond Canto, where she does not answer to anyone. This job is her opportunity to make her
They got past
dream a
racism in
reality,
Star Wars, bro.
and to finally be truly free.
Now they just hate on peasants.
Star Wars Outlaws pre-order available now.
The economy, the Star Wars race economy is a bit different. The droids get the racism, and then the poor people get the, second class treatment.
Oh man.
Yeah, man. Do you know what? Like the trailer, I mean, he just just told us everything. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like everything about the game does sound good. Like I like Uncharted, so the fact we're getting some competition like that, kind of like that as well. Like that, and the narrative sounds good. The fact that I really do hope that the choices you do make really do have a massive impact on the world. There's no way you'll be going against free cartels when you're like either helping or not helping one, that they do go for or against you. So I definitely want to see how that plays out. But like again, for me, it's just like the main character. Like I don't know why they're either hiding the reason why she wants freedom. Is the freedom because she started this whole job in the first place that she's hiding for my man, or is there a bigger toll on her before this whole job happened that she wanted to do this heist? Now that she wants to, now that she's in bigger debt, now she wants to get out because of that. That's what is kind of glaring for me, because I want to find out a bit more. And then, like, why hire only one bounty hunter?
I think you're gonna hire more during the game.
I'd hope so.
I think. Because she said he was like, you got to pick up more along the line. Like you could. He said it was impossible to do it on your own. Which, in my mind, I was like, well, because I'm watching this here and I'm thinking about Dragon's Dogma, because the way he was explaining it explains Dragon's Dogma like. You've got one, but obviously in Dragon's Dogma there's a created character. Do you know what I'm saying? You go to different places, your reputation matters. If you mess up one thing here, it has a legit ripple effect throughout, like potentially the whole game. If main characters die, main story quests are collapsed. It's gone. It's over for that. So I'm interested to see that, but like I can't. I've got to see it to believe it. In this case, do you get what I'm saying? But overall, like bruv, it looks like a good third-person action adventure. Open world game, do you know what I'm saying? There is more gameplay out there if you haven't seen it. I know we've reacted to some of it already on the channel, so you can make sure you're checking it out there. You got any other thoughts or what?
Yeah, man. Just on to rehash what we were saying before about the character, and then even them talking about how your choices will have ripple effects. That to me only proves that you missed out on the opportunity of the character, because now as they was going along I was thinking, raw, you've missed an opportunity not only to do the characters that will pull people in, but get people to play even more. And that's that. By that I mean, like, let's say the first time I'm running the game, I'm going someone like a pirate, yeah, I'm with these guys, alright, cool, I find out my story, whatever. But then the second time, let's say I go with a bounty hunter, I'm in Cad Bane's guild. Now I get to experience different types of like guilds, and the story will be different if what you're saying is true of my choices, because now I'm playing the same game but differently. You guys missed out on that.
100%. But like, it's interesting to see if there's multiple endings as well. You get me? So
has to be.
I mean,
well, I'll say it has to be.
They didn't say. He never said that.
He just said,
with
like,
all of the things he said, exactly.
The ending is just my man.
Exactly.
The heist, sorry, the ultimate heist.
They see, and this is where it gets sticky, because it's like, well, once you start talking about this like morality systems and options, it quickly goes to creating character, but then it doesn't go to create character when you already have a set narrative. Do you know what I'm saying? So then it's like, do my choices even matter?
Yep.
Fate? Is fate... Do you believe in fate? Or will all of your actions bring you to the same conclusion, regardless of what you do? That's what you're trying to tell, man. Do you get what I'm saying? So, you kind of put us in a paradox that we're going to have to wait until we see. Ladies and gentlemen, jump into the comment section below and let us know what you're saying about Star Wars Outlaws. Is it day one for you? Is it bargain bin for you? Or are you just not getting it at all? Let us know, man. And subscribe to the channel. All them good things there. You know what time it is. Yes. Calm down. I'm back. Ladies, I've been J1 for the Cybernerds.
Revenue GS.
Mr. Blitz there.
We'll see you on the next one.
Peace.